I'm thinking about changing the name of the podcast to We're Having a Bad Time, just so I can complain a lot. That's what I like. I like comically complaining. I don't really care. Most things, I don't care. But I love to complain about them. I think it's fun. I The We're Having a Bad Time podcast. I am considering a name change. I'm considering just calling it the Dusty Slay podcast, because I think a lot of people have come to misconstrue the original intention of We're Having a Good Time. It has gone to this place where I'm like the having a good time guy. I'm just the good time. It's always good times around me. And listen, I am into that. I do want everybody to have a good time, especially at my comedy shows. If you're coming to see me do stand-up comedy, I am 100% focused on joke, to where when you leave the show, you go, wow, that was a great comedy show where I laughed the whole time. That's what I'm into. That's what I'm all about. But it's not sustainable to do that forever. You cannot do that for everything. People comment on podcast clips. I was waiting for the punchline. And it's like, you know what? There may not be a punchline, because I'm just talking. If I could make a stand-up video that was funny, now I don't mean just funny. If I could make stand-up, an hour of stand-up that was stand-up special quality every week, first off, I'd be the only person that could do that. There are some people out there that put out a lot of comedy, but it ain't that good. And I'm not into that. I'm not into putting out, I've seen comedy. I don't know a way to say it without being too specific and calling someone out. I'm just saying, I think putting out a comedy special, anything less than once a year, I think you need to even spread it out more than that. But anything more than once a year, it's not as good. If you're doing any specials more than once a year, it's not good. Now, I got a couple of albums that I'm getting ready to release. I'm going to release one that I'm calling Crockpot Comedy, and one that's called Working Man. And the Working Man is my Netflix special. Crockpot Comedy is one that I put together. And this is because I didn't put out an album from 2017 until Working Man came out. So I got a lot of jokes I've been working on all that time. So and already my new special that's coming out, I mean, that will seem like 3 in 2 years. But the reality is a lot more time has gone into them than that. But if you're putting out any more specials than one a year, it's not that good. And I would say one every 2 years is not as good as it could be. And it's like, I don't even want my audience to be exposed to that in a live setting. I never want to do a tour that says I'm working on jokes. I don't want you to think, oh, I'm just coming to watch you work on jokes, because I'm always working on jokes. Even when I'm preparing my hour, I'm working on jokes. That's why sometimes at these shows I'll do an hour and 20 minutes, because I'm just trying to put a bunch of stuff in, because I'm always working on something, but I want to be able to work on something and then still have the show be good. There's a lot that goes on out here in the comedy world that's not good, and it gets a lot of credit for being good, and it's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch people rise to higher levels, gain more followers, and then you watch the comedy and you're like, it's not that good. One of the things that frustrates me the most as a comic is incorrect premises, where you start a joke and you go, that's like this. And then with a critical eye, you're like, well, that's not like that. That's not what that's like. But they go on with the joke, and then it gets a huge laugh. And I'm like, it's frustrating, because you're like, you made up this premise to get this laugh, and then you trick the audience into laughing at it. And that's frustrating for me, because I am the type of person that even if I have a really good joke If I go, if somebody, sometimes I won't look something up because I'm like, I don't want to know. Because if I know that this is wrong, then I can't do the joke anymore. So I won't look it up. I don't want to look it up because I don't want to know. And that's another annoying thing about Google. That's an annoying thing that's happening out here, is that you can look everything up. You ask somebody a question, they're like, why don't you just Google it? It's like, why don't you just have a conversation with me? It is so unreal. X is almost intolerable now because of this grok. I don't know if that's what it's called, Grok. Every time something's posted, there's some nitwit out here going, Gronk, where is this guy? What is this answer? And it's like, oh, geez. Can we just let a conversation unfold out here? I'm just going to say for a second, I don't know if this podcast seems extra complainy today, but this feels good. This feels like what I needed, to just sit in a room by myself and just let it all out.